Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday night. Oh, thank you so much. I'm already behind in everything, but thank you for your club dues. That is so sweet. No worries that you need to head out for the evening. What's going on? I feel like I always look just my worst on Tuesdays. Because I'm already so tired after Monday. And so I always wear my glasses. I never put on makeup. Like, I'm feeling wild. But then I get to come here and have the highlight of my week with you guys. So let's see who's in the chat. We have Mark Dale. Hi. We have Katie. Let's see here. We have Troy. Joy 11. Martin, hello. Yes, let's all watch Groundhog Day Part 12. Yes, exactly. 8-Bit Horse is in here. Stacy. Hope I didn't miss anybody. J Donovan, once again, thank you so much. Low Carb Monster. Hello. Steven's here. Cool. All right, y'all. What's going on? So how I am is I just started watching right before this the Mighty Ducks TV show. Oh shit. Is it buffering? Oh, sorry, I cussed. Is it buffering for everyone? That's not good. Let me check it out. See what the situation is. Go to my own YouTube. Let's see how bad it looks. Okay. Let me see.
Guys, I became debt-free.
Oh, it's buffering a lot for you?
And it's been great.
Okay.
I'm my own boss.
It's probably
control.
because...
Mark Dale. Hi. We have Katie. Let's see here. We have Troy.
It's probably because I am in my living room today. So let me just... I can probably move to that room. Maybe that would be better. Let me see. Okay. I don't know if it's really going to do much. Don't look at my house. It's super messy. Look away, everyone. Look away. But let me see if this could work for us. Make it a little bit better. Just adjusting. We're just adjusting. Okay. Ooh, it's very dark in here, though. What are we going to do about that? Turn my brightness up. Try that. It's a little better. And then I'll pop a squats. All right, now we're in the YouTube room. Let's see if this helps a little bit, and if it doesn't, so sorry. Oh my god. But so basically, hello. So I'm in here today because Travis actually got his second vaccine today, so he is not feeling so hot. So he is laying down in the bedroom, so I'm just trying to be in here. But back to the Mighty Ducks show. So far, freaking loving it. Loving it. It is so cute. It is so just like, it has the nostalgia. The writing is good. It has Lorelai Gilmore. Like, I mean, what else could one want in this world? Am I right? So I'm really enjoying it. We're like one episode in. But that's what I was doing right before this. And then, yeah, so let's go ahead and I've already sort of started it. But let's go ahead to what we watched this week, if you don't mind. I want to know in the chat, and I'll tell you mine as well. Hello, your horror bestie. It's 1 a.m. where you are. That is late. That is too late for me. I'm always like, this pandemic really turned me in. I mean, okay, to be fair, I was this way anyway. But like 10 p.m., 11 p.m., I'm like trying to go to bed. I'm tired. I'm over it. I'm trying to go to bed. Let me know about you. But last night I started watching The Power, which is coming to... Oh, yeah. You can see my Funkos. There's a couple up there, which is coming to Shudder on Thursday. And this is something I want to talk about because it's just the truth. So As you all know, I'm in grad school. It's wild. It's very busy. And I just haven't been able to put out the same amount of content that I was before. And this, let's see, in March in particular, and now into April, I'm basically getting one video up a week if I'm lucky, which is like fine. Like I don't need to be whatever about it. But I usually like to have two every week, and that has like not been possible for like kind of the first time on my channel. And I've been on here for, this is my third year. So it's just like I have so much guilt about it, but I also know it's just the truth of the situation. Oh no. That's Toby. I'm gonna have to let Toby in. Okay, 1 second. He can come say hi to everyone at least. Hello! It's a dog! Here's Toby. But yeah, so basically I was watching The Power yesterday with the intention to review it for for Thursday. And I just didn't feel inspired by it. Like, it's a fine movie. There's nothing wrong with it. I could do a review on it, but I just didn't feel inspired. And like with all the other stuff on my plate for school, I was just like, you know what? If I don't put up a video for 1 week, like nothing's gonna happen. Like, you know what I mean? Like people aren't gonna like unsubscribe and leave me forever. Like it's not gonna be that big of a deal. So I've just had to kind of like have that conversation with myself this week. And just like the past month or so of just being like, this is all I can do right now. And it has to be enough because that's just how it is. So let's see what everyone else is watching. Martin, you also got your second vaccine today. Okay. Well, I'm very happy that you got it. And I'm happy to anyone that got the vaccine. I got the Johnson & Johnson. And I got that, I guess, on Wednesday. So I haven't actually talked to you guys since I got my vaccine. Oh my God, that's so crazy. This week was so long. But I had the Johnson & Johnson, so it's one shot. Oh, I was so sick. It was crazy. Like, I haven't really been sick this year at all because I don't leave my house. But I was like crazy sick. Like chills, fever, blah, blah, blah. Just like headache. It was very overwhelming. It was crazy. And then my brother and his fiance, they got the same shot I did a couple days ago. And they also were like bedridden sick for like over 24 hours. So it's crazy. Thank you. That's actually Travis's WWE poster. Sorry, I'm so far behind the chat, guys. I'm sorry. I should really scroll faster. Hell yes, everyone loving Toby. I love that. I love that. Let's see. Your horror bestie watched Extraordinary. Oh, I've heard about that. I saw some people had reviewed that at a certain point. That looked really good. Okay, I need to check that one out. Let's see. Saint Maud, love. Gothica, very fun. Let's see. The Manchurian Candidate, the 2004 one. Haven't seen that. I never saw Peninsula either. I just saw Low Carb Monster mention that one. But yeah. I didn't watch Godzilla vs. Kong. I'm not really like a big giant monster taking over a town kind of person. I don't know. I did like, what's that movie with it's the found footage one. You know what I'm talking about? Like the found footage where I think it's in New York City. And sorry if you can hear Travis coughing. Yeah. So let's go ahead, if we don't mind, and get into today's movie. And reminder, if you haven't voted yet for the rest of this month, we're doing Gateway Horror Movies. I'm thrilled because I feel like it's going to give all of us this like little bit of like joy and like fun and nostalgia this month to watch these, so I think it's gonna be really fun. I took a bunch of recommendations from you all on Twitter, and the voting is down in the description box. So please go ahead down. Oh, Cloverfield. Yes. See, this is why I love you guys. This is why I love you. You know what I'm talking about, even when I don't know what I'm talking about. Cloverfield. So yes, go ahead and vote down in the description box. It will take you to the voting link, and a lot of people have voted. That's like one of my favorite little things. Every single month when I finish the voting, it's a bigger number of people that voted, which is so exciting because it means like more people are finding out about Horror Movie Club and like care about what we, watch. So thrilling for me. But yeah, all right, let's start talking about the Monster Squad. Holy bananas, people. I had never seen this, and what a tragedy that is, okay? Because this movie brought me so much joy. Like, this is one of the first movies I've seen in a long time that I just was like, I just felt like this feeling of I wish I had known about it sooner, because I know how much I would have loved this as a kid. And it's funny because it does get compared, I think, to the Goonies. I think they came out around the similar time. Have the adventure kids thing going on, monsters types thing going on, and I watched the Goonies a ton as a kid. Oh my God, I still have it. I have it on VHS literally in my room right now. But this one I had never seen, and it just, like, from start to finish, I was just like I felt like a kid. It was awesome. So I'm really excited to talk about it. It was so lovely, and it was on Amazon Prime for free, so we love that. It's just if you guys didn't watch it yet for Horror Movie Club, I highly recommend it. It will bring you the joy that you need in your life. Yes, that's true. Martin, the Goonies doesn't have the universe of monsters. All right, so this came out in 1987, and it was directed by Fred Decker. He's known for things like Night of the Creeps, RoboCop. Let me see what else is on here. He did some Tales from the Crypt, but not a ton. Like, he didn't have a ton of films, it looks like, which is kind of surprising. It looks like he was a writer on more things than he actually directed. And he also wrote this script as well, along with Shane Black. And I don't really know much about him. Let me see. I don't really know a lot about this man. It looks like he's done some video game stuff and then some other like action-y movies. Also, because it's so dark in here, you can see like the screen reflecting on my face. I'm sorry. This is so janky. I'm like, we have the stream. I wonder if I can get my light. Let me try this. I know you probably don't care, but it would make me feel better. Let me see if I can go like this. Oh, look at that difference, people. Incredible. Yay us. Okay, you can still see some reflection, but that's just my glasses. Okay, so this movie is basically about this group of kids that freaking love monsters, okay? And they have the cute, like, my favorite part of this also was just like they have their meetings in this amazing treehouse that I'm just like, this is like the dream. I'm actually gonna turn this down. The dream of all kids is to have this treehouse. I don't know if anyone else felt this way, but I was like, I would have literally given anything for that. So some of the actors we have, a lot of them, this is like their kind of their biggest role. But I will just kind of go through it. Let me see. Okay, so our club leader Sean is played by Andre Gower. Younger sister Phoebe, played by little Ashley Bank. She's a freaking adorable. Van Helsing is played by Jack Gwillem. And then our other little friends, we have Patrick, played by Robbie Kigger, I think. I'm not sure how to say that. And then Horace, I really liked Horace, played by Brent Chalem. And then the older, like, kind of like tough guy, like bad boy, is Rudy, played by Ryan Lampert. Oh, and Eugene. Eugene is like the sweetest little, he's like the sweet little kid. He's played by Michael Faustino. And this little, like, this like little like group of boys and Phoebe, like they're all like kind of different from each other. They're all like different ages, which I thought was like really interesting. And they just come together over this cause, right? They freaking love monsters. And so do I. And they like classic, like they get in trouble for how much they love monsters in school, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, and basically the story is that there is this amulet that is a big deal, very powerful, that all the monsters want. And basically, Dracula wants it so he can take over the world, okay? And the kids want to get it because they can suck the monsters into the abyss and destroy them. So the whole movie is like based around trying to get this amulet, right? And so it's kind of like, I mean, the plot doesn't matter. Like, that's what I feel about this movie. Like, the plot, I'm like, I don't care. Like, I don't care literally, like, what their intentions are. Like, I just want to watch them run around and fight monsters. And, like, that's it. That's it. So, let's go through the monsters. We have, of course, Dracula. We have Frankenstein, the Wolfman, the Mummy, and the swamp creature from the Black Lagoon character. They all look kind of great, except Dracula looks ridiculous. I mean, it's funny because I'll say that, like, the Wolfman and even the Mummy, it feels like they were like a little creative with how they made those characters. But then for some reason, Dracula looks so just like the, you know, it's not storybook, but like the very commercial Halloween costume version of Dracula, which I thought was like kind of funny and worked because it's like so ridiculous. But I loved that. And I wonder who those actors were. Literally have no idea. Dracula was played by Duncan Reger. This is too funny. So the German neighbor, who I think is a Holocaust survivor, and they kind of sneak that in at some point, that he's seen real life monsters and blah, blah. And he helps them translate the Van Helsing diary that's all in German. But his name in this is listed as Scary German Guy. Like, what? That's ridiculous. That's so funny. But, yes. Oh, and at the beginning, we do get kind of a not cold open, but just like the before times of like what happened with the amulet initially. It's fine. It's very cheesy. It's very 80s. And then once we get to the kids, then of course it's like freaking epic. But yes. Okay. So apparently there are also like a lot of some alternate versions of this movie as well, because I think they played it on TV a lot. So there are some with some things taken out. Let's see. There's something about like, there's like a sex joke they take out. There is a, like something with Dracula that's like kind of violent they take out. They just do like a bunch of different things like that. And there are some like, I mean, not adulty, but there's like some teenage themes in this movie. Like they talk about like being a virgin and like, what else? I feel like there's some like teenage-esque themes, but they're all pretty much preteens. But yeah. I wanted to find, yes, the trivia, because I don't really have that much to talk about the plot, honestly. Like, even when I just freaking I just loved the aesthetic of the film, the vibe, the feelings of it. So I'm not really going to talk the plot because I don't really care. But I want to see if there's any really fun behind the scenes stuff because that's what I'm excited about. Okay. Let's see here. According to the director, Fred Decker, his and Shane Black's first draft of the screenplay was so huge that the opening film featured Van Helsing accompanied by zeppelins and hundreds of men on horseback storming Dracula's castle. They said this one sequence would have cost the final budget of the entire film. I think that's fine. This one I found online somewhere else, but Liam Neeson was supposed to play some role in this movie, and I think he even got paid for it and like something, but then he never did it. I don't know what happened. Probably a conflict. I don't know. But that would have been ridiculous. Let's see. They put a little Browning reference. When you first see Dracula, you see Browning written on the side of this thing, and that's like obviously for Todd Browning, who directed the original Dracula in 1931, which we talked about in Horror Movie Club back in October. I think we did all the Universal monsters. I kind of wish we had watched this movie like right after all of those. I feel like that would have been really fun, but I am so happy to be watching it now. Let's see. 13 minutes were cut because they didn't want it to run more than 90 minutes. I always appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see what else. Yes, I was thinking about this. Okay, so the Frankenstein character, is sort of this like sweet monster. He's the good monster. He and Phoebe really bond. She finds him like out in the woods, and it really mirrors the tragic scene in Frankenstein where he accidentally kills that little girl because he's in distress and doesn't know his own strength and all those things. But in this, it kind of mirrors that scene from the original Frankenstein, but then they like become friends, and like he helps her throughout the movie. It's so sweet. And then not only him, but also the werewolf character, whenever he is not a wolf, he is like it's amazing. He's calling the police, being like, I'm a werewolf. Bad things are happening. Someone's trying to like get your son, because like the main kid's father is like works at the police station, and then he turns back into a wolf, and then he's like one of the monsters again. But I thought that was such a funny concept that like I feel like I don't see in a lot of werewolf movies. Maybe I do. But a werewolf literally calling the cops on himself, being like, I'm a werewolf, stop me, please. I thought that was so freaking funny. So that was lovely. Oh, one of my favorite scenes, and we can go through favorite scenes at some point, but one of my favorites was actually surrounding the Mummy. First of all, we do not have enough mummy movies, in my opinion. That is a monster that is slept on for sure. But the mummy that is in this one, he comes into Eugene's room. He's hiding in his closet. So obviously we have like a monster in the closet. Classic. And then the dad comes in because he's like, there's a monster in my closet. The dad comes in. He opens the door. He opens the closet door. He doesn't see it. Then closes the door, and he's like, see, no monsters here, go to bed, blah, blah, blah. And Eugene is just like looking through, he's like, there is a monster. And nobody believes him, and it's just like too good. And then like the mummy like casually sneaks out the window. It's great. Oh, interesting. Martin says that Lon Chaney calls the police on himself in the Wolfman sequels. Interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, hi, Ollie. Glad you're here. If anyone else has come in when I've been changing rooms and chit-chatting, so sorry. Hello. Okay. What's the other part? Oh, this is important. So as we talked about, the Universal monsters. So Universal owns like the image of those monsters, if that makes sense, like what they look like. And so due to licensing issues, the crew had to create characters that were suggestive of the monsters that we know and love from Universal, but not exactly copying them, because they didn't have permission, right? And so they did a Gill Man versus Creature from the Black Lagoon. They did the Frankenstar. That is the name of a movie about a Frankenstein basketball player. Please, somebody make it, please. Yes, so the Frankenstein monster has the bolts in his forehead instead of his neck, like these just kind of subtle things that would make it, I would say the Wolfman looked very different, just to make it legal. So that's kind of interesting as well. This is a really weird connection. So Mary Ellen Trainor. So remember we talked about the Goonies and how like the Goonies, so that came out in 85. This came out in 87. Very similar in terms of kind of like the structure of the plot and the structure of the kids' adventure movie. Very similar. And Mary Ellen Trainor plays the mom to both lead siblings. Isn't that crazy? So she was the mom in the Goonies, and then she was the mom in this 2 years later. Like, talk about a typecasting. Like, isn't that crazy? That's so wild. Martin said, I saw the Tom Cruise Mummy in theaters. I love the Mummy ride at Universal. Oh, so freaking good. That's like my favorite ride. It's not my favorite ride, okay, but I really like it. Like when Lauren and I were there for Halloween Horror Nights, there was like no lines, and so we just rode that ride like 3 times in a row, and I was like, oh, it's amazing. So amazing. Oh, I miss doing things. I miss going places like Halloween Horror Nights. Somebody asked me if I was going this year, and I was just like, I refuse to make any plans yet because it's all so like, I have my vaccine. I'm happy, but I'm just scared to make any plans yet. I'm so, scarred from 2020. Let's see here. There's a poster of the Fulci film Zombie in the background of the clubhouse. And there's a lot of stuff in the clubhouse. Once again, the coolest freaking treehouse I've ever seen in my whole life. But we do have a lot of like horror movie, odes too in that. Oh, I love this. Seth Green screen tested for the role of Andre. Oh wait, no, sorry. Seth Green screen tested for the main role and read with Andre Gower, who was cast as Sean. And I don't know if he decided not to do it because he was already like in movies. Like he was kind of a popular child actor at this point, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe he was just like about to be. I don't know. But I would have loved if Seth Green was in this. Oh my God. That would have made it. I mean, I would have seen it by this point. I love Seth Green. Obviously, I love him in Buffy, but I just love him in everything. Martin said he spotted a poster for the Hammer film Vampire Circus. Nice. Oh, 8-Bit Horse. I didn't know you live in Orlando. That's cool. Yes. Oh, I miss going there. I'm just scrolling up in the chat. We all miss Orlando, except for 8-Bit Horse who lives there. Okay. Anything else on here? Like, what else we have on here? Nah. Yeah, I don't really see too much on here that I'm like thrilled by. But yeah, I would say just kind of overall, the freaking most fun, one of my favorite movies we've watched in Horror Movie Club, I would say ever, personally. So yeah, I wish I had more to say, honestly. Oh, Katie dyed your hair today. Well, what color? We would love to know. That's awesome. I need my hair done. Look at this. That's bad. It's fine. It's fine. Let's see. So Brendan says the Monster Squad documentary Wolfman's Got Nards was pretty good. Oh, like on his channel. That's cool. Feel free to check that out, people. I bet there are some good resources. But yes. Oh, you know what I really just want to do right now? I think it's because I'm also just like so tired from school. I had work and school today. So I'm tired. But I do want to go ahead and hop in and look at this Google form and see what people are thinking. Gateway horror movies. Okay. Oh my gosh, we have 45 voters. That's so good. I think that's amazing. It used to be like 10. Oh, man. Oh, you know what, Martin? Okay. Martin just said there are a few things that rub him the wrong way. And I just want to say, yes, we should address those things because this is definitely an 80s movie in the way that they get away with things that would never be done today. So they say at the beginning of the movie, the kids use an inappropriate gay slur multiple times, like just like making fun of each other. Hate that. Very uncomfortable. And especially because, you know, I'm so used to watching such, you know, politically correct, but also just like sensitive to others' feelings content in 2021 and in most of my adult life that it was kind of shocking to see that. It's like I was watching Angel when I was rewatching that a while ago, and they used the word, and I'm just going to say this just so I can tell you what it is, the word retarded, which I never hear people say because it's like it's inappropriate and it's disrespectful. And so to hear that on the show, I was like, oh my God. So that was wild. But anyways, so obviously the slur's not good. Also the way that they talk about and deal with the one sister who's like the older sister who is supposed to be a virgin but then ends up not being, is so sexist and inappropriate, like from start to finish. Her entire character arc, that poor girl, was just awful. And then I'm trying to think what else. What else is bad? I kind of can't remember anything else. Martin, or anyone else, if you had any other stuff in here that was kind of problematic to you, especially in like a PG-13 kids adventure movie, please let me know. But those were kind of mine that were, that stuck out to me. Okay. Now I'm pulling up the responses. Wow, we have a landslide for one. Exciting. Let's see. Let me see if it's kind of what I thought it was going to be. Oh, it's not exactly what I thought it would be. Okay, well, first of all, how many months are there in this? I mean, how many meetings do we have? So we have 3 more. So we can only pick 3. Oh, man. So that'd be 1, 2. And then I guess there's a tie. Damn. Okay. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So first place, and what we will be talking about, I guess. This won't be the first one, but the first one in first place is Beetlejuice. I mean, guys, I don't think this is really a horror movie, but it is a movie that brings so much joy. And other people tweeted it at me to put it as a gateway horror film because it's so spooky and blah, blah. And I put it on there and it won by a landslide. So you guys really wanted to do Beetlejuice and I am supporting it. I freaking love that movie so much. And I've loved it my whole life. So can't wait to talk about that. Next up, and then I'll come back to the chat, Martin, in a second after I finish these. The next one, we didn't talk about this. I Googled it. The Lost Boys, 1987, baby. I was so worried that I had already talked about The Lost Boys, and that's what I tweeted when I like Googled myself and then Googled The Lost Boys to make sure I hadn't already done a video on it because I felt like I had. I don't know. But The Lost Boys in second place. And then in third place, we have a tie. So I'm going to make an executive decision. the ties between What We Do in the Shadows and The Sixth Sense. And I am going to say that we should do The Sixth Sense. And I'll tell you why. One, because though I freaking love What We Do in the Shadows, I love it so much. I think, and it makes sense with like, we have like some vampire themes going on this month. I think The Sixth Sense would give us kind of a different flavor of the month, because like Beetlejuice is a comedy, What We Do in the Shadows is a comedy, this is a kids adventure movie, and so I think it'd be fun to have like a more serious one on the bill. So that's what we're going to do. So the order of appearance or conversation will be, next week we'll talk about The Lost Boys. The following week we'll talk about Beetlejuice. And then the last week in April we will talk about The Sixth Sense. Hell yeah. This is such a good month. Like, it's just like, yes, I've like seen these movies, but so I'm not really, I mean, except for this one. So I'm not really getting a lot of new movies, but it's just going to be such a like good, feel good, nostalgic situation that I'm just like, ugh, I feel like I need that right now. Like I need a little like loving nostalgic films. Okay. So I want to come back to what Martin was saying about the Monster Squad. Oh, Horace's best friends call him the fat kid. I know. That was like such a trope of having like the one like fat funny kid. Like it's in like this, The Goonies, It. I can't even think, like every kids movie ever. And it's such a, it's like, why? That's like such a trope. This one's funny. Okay. Why does it have to be a girl virgin? All the boys are virgins too. The book doesn't specify. I don't know why they become so obsessed with finding a female virgin. And then honestly, to tell the truth, I did feel weirdly uncomfortable and like icked out by the fact that like once they found out the teenage girl was not a virgin, that they were like, oh, we'll just have Phoebe read it. Like something about that did kind of like, I was kind of like, oh, like I don't like that. That made me feel weird. But despite all of these flaws, and this movie's got flaws, you know, it's got flaws. I just freaking had a blast watching it. I really did. Oh, hello, Loki Vision Films. So glad you're here. Honestly, I kind of like rushed through stuff today because I'm kind of tired. But we talked about basically how much I love Monster Squad, all the fun monsters, all the problematic moments, and then I will say the rest of the month quickly again. So we're going to be talking about The Lost Boys, Beetlejuice, and The Sixth Sense. It's going to be good. Yes, Loki Vision Films. I saw that the Horace, the kid who played Horace, died, and I think it was I think IMDb said 97 or something, which was it was from like pneumonia, like something something. I was like, what? Pneumonia? Very sad. Very, very sad. And I do want to find the name of that actor so I don't just call him Horace. It's not very nice. Let me see. Brent Chalum. Ugh, so sad. So sad. Okay, but I am really excited for this month. I think it's gonna be so good. I am gonna hop off early tonight, guys, and I kind of planned this because once again, Travis got his second shot today. He's not feeling great. And I'm also just kind of tired from school and everything. But thank you all so much. I'll make sure that some of the other ones this month are going to be a little longer. We're also having at least 2 awesome guests that I'm excited. One has been on this channel before. One has never been on my channel. And I'm going to leave it as a surprise. But they wanted to know the movies for the month, so I'm going to send those over to them so they can choose which one they want to talk about. But there are going to be some surprise guests. I'm really excited about that. So you'll definitely get some longer streams for sure over the next few weeks. But thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. To all you that are getting the vaccine, I'm so happy for you. I hope those of you that haven't got it yet and want it can find one as soon as possible. And yeah, I guess that's it, people. I love you all so much. And once again, if there's not a video this week, just know I'm sorry. Just grad school, baby. But you guys are the best. I'll talk to you all very, very soon. Bye.